August 7th, 2026. A Friday morning at a secondary school just outside Bangkok. Classes underway, students at their desks. Then a call hit Thailand's 191 emergency line, a student reporting sounds they couldn't identify. Within minutes, Bang Kroi district became the center of a national crisis. What happened inside Debsirin Nonthaburi School, and how did a 14-year-old student become involved in one of Thailand's deadliest shootings in years? Debsirin Nonthaburi is a large secondary school in the Bang Kroi district of Nonthaburi province, located on the northwestern outskirts of Bangkok. On August 7th, 2026, the morning began like any regular Friday for the school's thousands of students. But miles away, a double homicide had already occurred. At a family residence in the neighboring Bang Buathong district, police reports indicate that a 14-year-old student shot and killed his paternal grandparents. Because the suspect is a minor, Thai authorities have withheld his name under juvenile privacy laws. Following the deaths at the residence, the teenager made his way toward the campus. Many details of this journey remain unresolved. Investigators have not disclosed his exact departure time, his route, or how he traveled through the provincial traffic to reach the school grounds. When he arrived at the campus, classes were beginning for the day. By 8:30, the student was sitting at his desk for his first period lesson, with teachers and classmates unaware of the events that had transpired earlier that morning. During the second period class, the quiet of the morning was shattered. Inside the corridor of the pink building, loud cracks echoed through the halls. To many students and teachers, the sudden noise did not immediately register as a threat. They initially mistook the sharp sounds for firecrackers. But as the noise persisted, the realization of danger spread through the building. An 18-year-old student dialed Thailand's 191 emergency line, marking the first recorded contact with outside authorities. In reports later reviewed by investigators, the caller described hearing what was translated as many shots, bang, bang, bang. Official logs present conflicting timelines regarding the exact minute this emergency call was placed. Some initial police records log the call at approximately 10:15 a.m., while other regional dispatch reports suggest the alarm was raised closer to 9:50 a.m. Regardless of the precise timestamp, this call set a massive emergency response in motion. Dispatchers quickly routed the details to regional police stations, medical services, and provincial SWAT units, initiating a rapid mobilization toward the school grounds while the danger inside was still actively unfolding. Emergency sirens soon cut through the Bang Kroi district as medical teams and tactical officers from the Royal Thai Police converged on the campus. The exact timing of their arrival remains a point of dispute in official logs, with some reports noting first responders on scene by 9:30 and others recording tactical units arriving closer to 10:54. Once on site, heavily armed SWAT officers entered the building, executing a systematic room-by-room sweep to secure the corridors. While the tactical clearing was underway, paramedics established a triage point in the school courtyard, preparing to treat the wounded. Only after police declared the school secure did the systematic evacuation of more than 3,000 students and staff begin, with teachers guiding classrooms toward designated safe zones outside the school gates. As gunfire rattled through the corridors of the pink building, classrooms became makeshift bunkers. Following emergency protocols, teachers quietly locked doors, stacked heavy wooden desks against the entrances, and turned off lights. Inside, hundreds of teenagers crouched under tables, holding their breath in the hot, dim rooms as footsteps echoed down the hallways. Among them was Pawarisa Mailisa, a 12th grade student trapped inside the school. She later described the paralyzing uncertainty to reporters, stating that she was afraid she would die and would never be able to pursue her dreams. In other classrooms, students sent quiet text messages to their families to let them know they were still safe. Some of these documented exchanges showed children pleading with their parents not to call back, fearing the ringtones would betray their hiding spots to the gunman. For hours, the only communication with the outside world was through these quiet screens. Outside the campus gates, anxiety quickly turned to desperation. The school administration dispatched urgent SMS alerts to parents, confirming an active security emergency and instructing families to wait for official updates. Desperate for any piece of reliable information, hundreds of parents rushed to the school perimeter, only to find the streets blocked by police cordons. Mobile phone networks in the district became severely congested as thousands of families tried repeatedly to reach their children inside the secured classrooms. When tactical teams finally cleared the buildings, the evacuation path led to a chaotic emotional reunion zone just outside the school gates. Exhausted students climbed over fences or ran toward the designated safety areas, scanning the crowds for their relatives. While many families found each other in tearful, tight embraces, the immediate relief was heavily tempered by the quiet dread of those who stood waiting in silence. With the campus secured, investigators began compiling the physical and digital evidence. Forensic teams recovered a 9mm handgun, which the Royal Thai Police confirmed was legally registered to the suspect's grandfather. Technicians reviewed internal school CCTV footage to map the shooter's exact movements through the hallways, while ballistic teams processed the scene. Investigators also seized the teenager's phone and computer, discovering video files of foreign school shootings. Because the suspect was 14 years old, Thai authorities withheld his name, adhering to strict juvenile privacy laws that restrict the public release of a minor's identity. Detectives continue to interview teachers, students, and family members, separating preliminary emergency reports from confirmed physical evidence to construct a definitive timeline of the morning's events. While the physical evidence suggests a planned attack, establishing a definitive motive remains an unresolved challenge for investigators. Thai officials have publicly referred to personal stress, family dynamics, and potential academic pressure as primary lines of inquiry, though they caution these are investigative avenues rather than final conclusions. No official mental health diagnosis has been established. Investigators confirmed the teenager had no prior criminal record, but conflicting accounts of his school enrollment, with records varying between the 8th and 9th grades, remain unresolved, leaving the public record as the only definitive source of facts. As of August 8, 2026, official and international reports present conflicting numbers, meaning the public record does not support a single reconciled final casualty tally. While some accounts list up to 9 fatalities, including the grandparents and victims inside the school, others record low accounts distinguishing those wounded by gunfire from those injured in the panicked evacuation. Amid this uncertainty, the community has turned toward healing. The school announced a temporary closure until August 14th to allow for scene processing, while mental health teams deployed to counsel traumatized students and families. Outside the campus gates, local residents gathered to lay flowers and light candles at quiet vigils. If you want more carefully researched, true crime documentaries covering the biggest cases around the world, subscribe to Cold Case Vault. The Thai government responded to the tragedy with immediate administrative measures and policy proposals. The Ministry of Education announced preliminary financial assistance, offering 20,000 baht to the families of the deceased and 5,000 baht for the injured, alongside a proposed 90-day school safety standard focusing on controlled entry and visitor registration. In Parliament, Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul initiated discussions on a new firearms control bill to restrict the public carrying of weapons to on-duty officials. While these regulatory amendments remain under debate, authorities emphasize that the legislative proposals are part of a broader national framework review. As the immediate crisis subsides, clear gaps remain between early reports and verified facts. Investigators must resolve the conflicting dispatch logs, which place the first emergency call anywhere from 9:50 to 10:15 in the morning. Police have yet to establish how a 14-year-old minor bypassed secure storage to obtain his grandfather's registered handgun and dozens of rounds of ammunition. Forensic ballistics and digital audits of the suspect's devices are still ongoing to separate active planning from passive online consumption. Because hospital and police reports continue to vary, the definitive casualty count remains unreconciled, leaving the investigation open as the community seeks answers. As the gates reopen, the silence left behind speaks louder than legislative debates. For the survivors, the struggle is no longer about what happened, but how to move forward. Some wounds never truly close, and for this community, the weight of that mourning remains a permanent fixture of their lives.